Okay, it's a blistering morning, freezing. Oh, I hear Casper saying good morning to me. Hi, baby. It is freezing. Everybody warned me, and I still wore a skirt. Why? Because I can. I'm so lazy at times that I would rather freeze for an hour than walk up the stairs and change into pants. Is that all right? Hi, baby. So we gotta walk. I don't think I'm gonna do 1 hour right now. Maybe like a half hour now and a half hour later. Hey, babes. Hi. So yeah, lately I've been feeling terrible. This losing your spouse thing is really, wow, it's windy out here, man. I'm not sure I can do this today. Woo! It takes a toll on you. Hi, honey. Hi, yeah, I know. It's cold out. Yes. He's talking so much. I love you. Hi, baby. May St. Francis protect you. Go inside the house, babes. Wow, hold on. I gotta put my gloves on. Yeah, so he bundles up a little better. I tell you, losing your spouse, you feel like you're, at least for me, like I'm a mad woman. There are so many days that I feel so good, and I'm progressing, and there's hope, and you're in love with someone else. Can you believe it? And then you're still in love with that person, but while that's going on, you're just like, you're missing your husband, and it's in your face. Like this morning we were watching videos, home videos, because I have my own channel. So my mother and I like to watch some of our comedy routines on there. And I see Steven in the background, you know what I mean? It really is very difficult. And it's like, oh my gosh, like there he is. Like there he is. Like, oh my gosh, like I know him. Why is he gone? Where is he? No. And then you're right back to, and it's not even because I watched those that I get in this mood. It's like if things aren't working out with the person that you're falling for, you say, you just kind of pull yourself back and you just say, Jesus, I trust in you, and you take care of everything, and yet you're all messed up because you want to feel good again. You know what I mean? You want to feel good. You want hope, you want love, you want excitement, you want love, And right now my life is like, ugh. It's like so incredibly empty of that, except for when I talk to this particular person. I know I should be filled with that with my own children, and at times I am, but there's nothing like being in love, But if it's not going at the pace that you want it to, then it's hard, I'm just always going to be thinking of Steven my whole life through, but you want to be in love again so it'll heal you, because it hurts so bad, but you can't just pick anybody. You have to kind of just go wherever your heart is telling you to go. Yeah. So the last couple of days have been rough for me. Again, that's life, right? I don't believe in being bipolar whatsoever because there's really no evidence, but I do. If they were going to categorize anybody, that would be me. But I refuse. Jesus is my medication. Yes, to heal my heart and soul. And we just have to get through this life so that we can be in heaven forever. Right? It's not that bad, as long as the wind stays away. Wow, my hand is like frozen, the other one. All right, so yeah, this week I took 2 days off from walking. Bad girl. Well, yesterday was all rainy, and then when I was feeling like this, I was like, forget it. I just wanted to go to sleep. All right, so here we are. Oh yeah, I could pray the rosary, can't I? All right, and I have a fence guy coming today, 2 of them, to give me an estimate on the fence. Yeah. Okay. All right, we have errands to do.
all the time.
All the time. And we are so excited, right? We get to go out together to the stores. Woo! This is like a really big deal. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jackie. Happy birthday to you and many more. Right, this is my second go at it. I have so much, I guess, nervous energy. And the best thing happened today. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't even know if you, PJ, watch my videos. But if you do, thank you to you and Caroline. I want to say thank you so much. I was out this morning. Remember I was talking earlier about asking Our Lady if she could give, help me to be like her and give me all the things like peace and all this, all that I was asking. All of a sudden I get this man walking up my driveway, and it's Steve's friend at work, at his work. He shows up and he's like giving me all this really great advice, like, take one day at a time and just live for today, and how to think right, and and I was so blessed. It was like, wow, I love just thinking about God and what he's going to bring into our lives every day. And he was like, don't think of the future. You can plan for your future, but just live for today. That's all we have. And even though we all heard this before, because I was praying this morning, and then all of a sudden this man shows up, and then he has a generous gift as well to my family, that I can actually go buy beds, mattresses, that's what they need, for my children. So we went out looking for those today, and it's just like, wow, God just really does amazing jobs, doesn't he? All right, so I am going to walk again, even though it's windy and cold. I just think that it's really great for peace of mind, and talk to God more. Go home, bring everybody to the church restaurant. We call it the restaurant. So if you ever hear me say that, that's what I'm talking about. And then I can work on my house. I got to put up curtains for Seth. And what else? Curtains for Seth, and I don't remember what else. Curtains for Seth. Oh, clear off the desk in the playroom. I gotta keep moving with that room, and then clean out my room a little bit more. Those will be the nighttime projects, and then maybe I can exercise some more. I kind of wish that I could know my expiration date when I was gonna die. People often ask you that, right? Do you wish that you could know? And I always say, nah, but I think I would like that. Because if God told me that I only had a few months to live, then I would be like in my glory. I'd be, not because I'm dying, but because I could just plan and relax and say, okay, but if I knew I was gonna die when I was 90, you know what I mean? So I just wish I could know all of that, but then that wouldn't require any faith, right? So I can see how faith is necessary. Boy, this is a lot of work. I don't know. I know everybody has different lots in life. I know that. Everybody has different sufferings. You might be listening to me going, Lisa, you're a basket case. What's wrong with you? Or you might be saying, wow, you got it easy, Lisa. But it was nice because Steven's friend PJ really he was missing Steven with me. And it's just something I'm always going to have to do. I'm always going to have to miss him, but I want to do it peacefully and and just relax. Just relax, Lisa. Just relax. It's just really hard. The love of your life is gone away from me. I don't like that, you know? And then I have this other guy that I'm interested in, which is very strange to say, like I always say. And I'm like, you know what? I'm at the point that I'm saying to myself, you know what? Stephen was such a great provider and a great man and a great lover of his family that if anybody comes into my life willingly, they're gonna have to have full-fledged on-board aggressiveness. That's it. You know, I suffer too much to rinky-dink around and with people who don't know what they want. So, you know, I just said to my mother and my friend Joanne, I said, whoever comes into my life has to be aggressive with me. And what I mean is, like, they have to know what they want. They have to just move forward. Say yes. Yes, Lisa. I want to get to know you. I want to be in your life. You know? That's it. Bottom line. I've been asking the Blessed Mother to please help me to think like her. I want the mind of Christ, and I want my domestication back. I want my motherhood back. I want to think like her. I want to be like her. And I just started getting more faster and faster walking. I was just like, yeah, all right, you know. So today was an hour and 40-minute walk. I could keep going, but I know I got other things to do, like eat. It's true. I don't know. An hour and 40 minutes. That shows you where my mind is at. I do it for the peace of mind. I do. That's how I feel in my head. All right, so if you're going through this, of a loss of a loved one, you know, in any fashion, I would imagine, whether a death, divorce, whatever, you know that you are feeling normal things as far as, you know, wanting to run. So God is always preparing my heart, but you got to seek his face. You got to seek him out. Always doing it. All right, now the rest of the night, I'll work around the house and exercise some more, this time with weights. Yeah, when is this chin gonna, or excuse me, when are these chins going to go away? Oh yeah, I remember when I didn't have them. Oh yeah, my back. Okay. All right, we did it, everybody. High five. Bink. Okay, I'm in my playroom now, and this is the hardest room in my house to fix. So what I did was a couple of days, but I got everything off this desk. But yeah, so this here is done. Woohoo! You know what that means, don't you? It means that it's one step closer to getting a wall put up, if that's what the Lord wants me to do eventually. But every time I put something in a box and put up in the attic, then that's less in here, and sooner we can get something rolling. Okay, this is a night out on the town once again, ladies and gentlemen, at the rectory of the Catholic Church. Not very locally, but in the vicinity. And Joanne, my BFF, and I are cruising around, and we always come to see our Lord hidden in the appearance of bread, and he is here, so we always bow like that, and we tell the Lord how much we love him. And you can say your prayers now. We love you, Lord. Imagine in the whole world, on the whole planet, that God is not only here in the spirit, but he is truly here in the body. And he wants us, the closest you can possibly be, even closer than a hug or being intimate with your spouse, is to eat somebody, right? So baby cakes, sugar lips, cutie pie, honey buns. We're always talking about food because, oh, I just want to eat you up, things like that, because that's as much love as you could possibly do, is to consume. And the reason why Jesus is in a manger is because that's where animals eat out of. And that is a symbol for us to understand that when Jesus is saying, eat my body, drink my blood, he says it's truly food. It's truly food. Okay? And not only that, but ever since then, all followers of Christ since then have been eating God. So that's the little history on that. And I'm going to go say my prayers. Hopefully you did too. And may God bless you all. A lot I feel anxious, right? And then yet the word of God says be anxious for nothing, right? Oh, so then I worry, right? Oh, don't worry, right? St. Padre Pio said to pray, hope, and don't worry. He says worrying is useless. So I'm saying, okay, so one of my experiences was that I had this super pain in my heart and it hurt so bad, and then I realized that it was God's hand upon me doing that. And you might say, why would he do that to you? What does he mean? No, it's like he squeezes it just enough so that you will do what you have to do, and that is to seek him out. It's like to getting your attention. And then, so when we cover that up with medication, or we cover that up with, perversion or alcohol or drugs, or, even the opposite sex, and, trying to get their attention, and you're all lonely, and whatever it is, or you're worried about your finances, or getting a job, or how am I going to pay this, or how am I going to get along with that person? When you're feeling like anxious like that, it truly is. So instead of looking at it like a bad thing, we can say, God, that's your hand upon me, right? So it's like, it's almost like you could find joy and peace, and it's easier said than done, but I really want you to understand, because I got to get it through my head. I got it once before, and I need to get it back. That anxiety, that knot in my, right here, it's like, oh, it's always there, and then it goes away. This is the time of desolation, when God is there, but he's hiding his face. But it's not a game. It's just that he wants us to, I should have my veil on. He wants us to recognize that he is there, so we can increase our faith. He knows what steps are next for us to be prepared on this miserable earth for heaven, right? So the next level, right? So then you go through these joyful moments. Yay, I feel so happy, I feel good, woohoo, now I'm all right, yay, everything's great, I'm all comforted, God loves me, and I feel very safe and secure, and everything's working out, yay. And then he goes, okay, it's time again, we're going through. It's like, it's like, when it's like, remember those people, where was it? Where those kids were in the cave and they couldn't get out and they had a rescue team?
I don't remember where that was, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, remember that? It wasn't the Philippines, was it? I don't know. You know what I mean, right? So the rescue team had to go in, and they had to go under the water with the kids, right? And then they would have a space where they could breathe, and they could, relax, and then they had to go again. And that's what it's like. It's like God's constantly taking us, all right, now you're feeling all safe and secure. And then one morning you wake up and then it's there again. It's like, ugh. But we have to understand through our brains that it's really God is that rescue diver, and he's with us through the whole time, and he's causing that ouch, and that we're supposed to be able to, during that ouch, like Mother Teresa, she said that she felt very distant from God. You would say, like, what? How is that possible? Yes, she wrote that she felt very distant from God, even though she was doing God's work, right? So she had to live her life with that thorn in her side all the time. So it's true that I think when people say, oh, well, God wouldn't do that to us, he wouldn't make us suffer. No, he says, I promise you suffering, okay? And we must imitate Christ. Okay, what does that look like? Well, he was on the cross. He had to carry his cross. It even says carry a cross daily. So with all that said, we can find the joy in our suffering. So while we're suffering, we, like the greatest saints, they were being steamrolled over and they were singing. I'm sure they weren't really like, woo, 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 but they were like really trying. I don't know. I can't say, but I would think if it was me, you really have to, connect yourself with Christ, and he didn't complain. And so that's where I would like to get, and just know that, okay, God, my heart is hurting. I feel this particular way. I know that the reason why I have all this suffering going on inside of me is because it's your hand squeezing it. But you're not going to squeeze it so much that I'm going to just like burst and die, right? So I just wanted to say that. Okay.
Don't go all the way off.
No, I know. Okay.